And just like that, we're back again with yet again another update on Kaspa. Let's analyze the price and see what's happening and of course what we could be expecting as we are going into Sunday morning. So if we're looking across the board, market has shifted back towards the downside. We're seeing a little bit of a minor pullback around, 4 to 5% depending on what coin you're looking at. And that is mainly due to minor pullback in Bitcoin, which of course right now is playing quite a large impact on altcoins. I wouldn't say large, but in a grand scheme of things, as far as the 24-hour scale goes, so some people could say that is a large retracement. But we need to keep in mind, we're still in a weekend. On the weekends, more manipulation than usual due to the fact that CME futures are closed. Looking at CAS down about 1.9%, with the price currently sitting at 7.45 cents. Also down about 1.8% in Bitcoin comparative. Now, if you're looking at the market cap, yesterday's update, we were sitting above a $2 billion mark. Right now, we have dropped below the $2 billion valuation. With the 24-hour trading volume also decreasing, currently sitting at about $35.8 million. If you've been paying attention to Kaspa and if you've been watching my Kaspa updates, you guys know that Kaspa actually been holding its ground, and we've been actually noticing quite interesting increase in the 24-hour trading volume for Kaspa, which again in standards of Kaspa it is quite rare because of course it's still not listed on the big centralized exchanges, and usually you don't tend to see large amounts of volume coming in towards Kaspa. But those are factors we need to keep in mind, and that's the beauty of doing day-to-day analysis because we could see all of that firsthand. But before we get into any further, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So looking at the dominance, it is continuing to pull down right now, but you really want to see the dominance going below 65%. It's very, very important. We obviously came down to 65% back on 30th June, and we also saw this happen on July the 3rd. But you really want to see the dominance heading more towards the downside, start to show weakness. That's pretty much what we're trying to get at. If you want to see altcoins having their time, you want to see the dominance index to start showing weakness, but it hasn't been doing that. Pretty much I've been saying this day in, day out. Dominance is still showing a lot of strength. It's on the verge of yet again breaking towards a new yearly high, but we need to see weakness, and we need to look for hints for altcoin catalysts for a rally. And in order for us to look for catalyst that could obviously trigger an altcoin rally, you need to look for what could cause an altcoin rally. And I did mention this in my XRP update. What you're noticing is focus on the ETH inflows, and you're noticing a lot of big institutions money inflows coming into Ethereum. So are they projecting that we're going to see Ethereum have a move the second half of the year? Obviously, hence you are seeing a lot of accumulation, and with stable coins really gaining a lot of traction, Ethereum has a lot of eyes, not just from retail but institutional. And remember, Ethereum is a huge indicator that a lot of analysts use when it comes to an altcoin season. But if you look at BTC here, Bitcoin's still holding above $108,000, which is great. But again, we need to keep the weekend factor in mind. If you're looking at Kaspa here, still is yet to reach that 8.3 cents key resistance. We pretty much haven't been above this since June 12th, guys. We're almost coming up to 1 month. I know it doesn't seem that long ago, but time is going by so fast. It's actually scary because it seems like yesterday that we were making updates when the price of Kaspa was sitting above this key resistance, but we're approaching that 1 month time period. So of course you guys get the idea as to how important this key range really is. Only time we retested it was June 16th. Pretty much since then we came very close just 3 days back. But since then, we're pretty much ranging around this specific level. Very, very important for us to reclaim it back above this 8.3 cents mark for us to push back. But right now, of course, we need to keep in mind that the broader market is seeing a little bit of a retracement, and those are things we need to factor in. We'll see what happens this upcoming week. As you guys know, this upcoming week is going to be very important, considering what Bitcoin is doing. Bitcoin is looking really good, so I do expect that Bitcoin starts pushing up to the likes of 110,000 and towards all-time highs, especially the 113K, because of course $5 billion liquidation for shorts is around that in order for Bitcoin to reach 113. Obviously, that would require to enter price discovery mode, but that does mean $5 billion worth of short gets liquidated. Are whales really going to start pushing the price up? I'm, still optimistic that, we do see an all-time high because of the fact that, where Bitcoin's holding and stock market is booming. You've been seeing a lot of interesting things last week. I've, obviously shared that with you guys on the channel. Do let me know in the comments down below what you guys personally think, though, with Kaspa. Where do you see the price of Kaspa going? Love you all. See you later in Crypto ZX, and peace out.